show, everyone. Today, my guest, Maddie, hopes to discover the secret of why her mother abandoned her at the age of 12. Maddie says her mother has tried to re-enter her life, but has never taken responsibility for leaving her at the time she needed her the most. Please, everyone, help me welcome Maddie to the show. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You're absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So beautiful. Okay, so, sorry, I just read all that. And I always like to start off by just acknowledging and saying I'm sorry. So can you please tell me what happened? You said your mom abandoned you?
Yeah, so when I was 12 years old, me and one of my siblings, it was around nighttime. We woke up, my mom was gone. Down to her toothbrush, everything was gone.
And you're 12 at this
12
point?
years old, yes.
Okay.
She didn't contact anybody for about 3 months. We didn't know what was wrong with her, if she was okay, if she wasn't okay.
Were you close to your mother before she
Oh
left?
yeah, best friends.
Best friends?
Close,
Wow.
like best friends.
Are you her only daughter?
Yes,
Wow.
I'm the other girl.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Yeah. Yes. So how long was she out of your life for then?
For about 5 months. I had moved in with my aunt.
Is that who took care of you?
Yes.
Okay.
She took care of me from 12 to about 18. That is my aunt that took care of me.
Oh, she's beautiful.
For about 7 years, 8 years.
What's making you emotional looking at that photo?
She just died of cancer.
I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's raw. This raw.
Now that she's gone,
Here you go, love.
I really do need a connection with my mom.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody anymore. That was all I had. I would really love to be close with my mom again.
Yeah. You want that relationship?
Yes,
I
really
get
bad.
it. Did your mother ever tell you why she left?
No, but I know that she left for a man. It wasn't good. He just wasn't a good man for her.
And when she tried to come back in your life, what happened?
My aunt did not let her. We figured out that she was on drugs. And we had sent her to rehab, and she was supposed to be there for only 6 months. But she liked the environment, and she was healthy, and she was not on drugs anymore. So she decided on her own to stay.
Yeah.
And she stayed for a year. And then she came back and wanted custody again. And she did not let her have it because she wasn't stable enough. During that time, my dad had left. So we had no choice but to stay with my aunt. And at that point, it just made me feel like I had nobody. They both left.
I get it. You know, I know that you just lost your aunt. What was her name?
Canby.
I just want to honor Candy right now. Like, seriously, she was a great woman. And, yeah, we should honor Candy. We got to honor her. Well, listen, everyone, I want to hear what Kendra has to say about all of this. Everyone, please welcome Kendra to the show. Hi, Kendra.
You gotta let the past go. Let the past be the past. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you,
Nice
Kendra.
to meet you.
How do I let the past go when you haven't even owned up to anything?
I have owned up to a lot of it.
You haven't.
I have for 3 years.
No.
I've changed everything
You
I
never
possibly
came
can
to
for
my
you.
face and told me you were sorry.
Maddie, I've told you I'm sorry a million times. I don't know how
No.
many more times I can tell you I'm sorry. So I'm
No.
blue in the face?
Mom, you have chose your boyfriends over us for years. You left when I was 12 and you chose a man over your family.
No, I left because my children were very, very, very judgmental. They were very bad. They were robbing houses. They were skipping school. I was getting charged with truancy, going to do 6 months in jail. All of that. Madison
That
broke my
gives
hand
you
in
no
five
right to
spots.
leave your children.
It doesn't, but stuff happens, and I am sorry. I can't tell you how much I am so sorry.
You're not sorry if you still let it happen. You still choose men. Like, I don't understand.
Madison, I would choose you any
No,
day
you don't.
over
No, you
anybody.
don't. You never
I do.
have. You never have.
So can I go back to this? Why did you leave at 12? I understand you saying that the kids had discipline problems, but what was the reason behind that?
Well, there was reasons behind it, I guess, because my husband, their father wasn't helping me. I was like a single mother, but in a 2-parent family home.
Okay.
I worked.
Then you leave him. You don't leave your children.
Right. I wish I had done that now, but I didn't do that then.
And where were you when you were gone for those 3 years?
With a man.
I met a man. I'm not going to lie. I met a man, and I'm sorry for it. I got on drugs. I was getting brutally beaten. My children knew this. I had been to the hospital numerous of times.
That's your fault. You chose to leave.
And why did you come back?
For my children. I love my children.
And so when she came back, what was it about the relationship that said to you, Maddie, that you couldn't believe her, that she was back for you all?
Just her choosing a man. I don't know.
You just can't get over it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I needed her when she left. I was growing up. I was 12 years old. I mean, a girl needs her mom.
I understand.
My aunt had to teach me everything that I needed to know growing up to be a woman. And I needed that from her. And she didn't give it. She left. And she wasn't there.
I'm sorry, love. What do you say about that? What do you feel?
I'm sorry. That's all I can keep saying is I'm sorry. I've told her I'm sorry numerous of times. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And I am sorry. I do want a relationship with my daughter. I have a relationship with my other children.
So do you feel like you're still doing this behavior of choosing men over your children?
Yes.
No.
Because that's what your daughter feels like. Why don't you feel like that's the truth?
Why don't I feel like that?
Yeah.
Because I have a relationship with my other children. She just doesn't want to forgive me.
So why do you feel like you need a man in your life?
Well, I don't have her. She doesn't want nothing to do with me.
Yeah. So because of that, you feel like I would rather not be alone. If you don't want me, I'd rather not even try to work on this. I'd rather just stay with this
No,
man.
I'd rather work on it with my daughter.
You'd work on it.
Yes, I really would.
Okay. I heard that your sister took care of her, and I'm so thankful for that. Were you able to ever thank your sister for taking care of her?
I thanked her up until her dying day.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took a responsibility that you should have kept to yourself and took care of your own children. And she had to do that.
I know
She had her own 5 children. And she had to take care of us. You didn't buy me my first car. She did. You didn't take me to my first high school dance. You didn't do that. She did. You didn't buy my dress. You didn't buy my heels. You didn't do my makeup. You didn't do my hair. You didn't do none of that. She did it. She's done everything.
They wouldn't let me back in your life, Madison.
She's done everything because you failed as a mother. You did drugs. You left us. You weren't stable to take care of us. Why would she, as a good mother, let you be a mother to us and you are not stable? Why?
But when I was stable, it wasn't good enough for nobody.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. We were best friends. It was good enough. You were the best mom ever. That is the mom I know.
So I know that you had a drug problem before. When was the last time you used?
6 months ago.
Okay. Kendra, I need to ask you, what do you think you need to do to get your daughter to forgive you?
I guess leave my boyfriend.
Is that an option
leave the
for you?
relationship.
Is that an option for you?
Yeah.
That is an option? You would leave your boyfriend.
Well, yes, I would.
So then why
I left the first
Why
one
haven't you?
So why haven't you done that?
because I don't really have nowhere else to go.
So if you had somewhere else to go, you would leave your boyfriend so that you could start to rebuild this relationship.
I would.
Do you believe her when she says that?
I mean, I don't know, because I've asked her to before and she hasn't. But sitting here in front of all you guys today, she's saying she will.
Madison, I will leave him. I'll do anything you ask me to do. I just want to move forward with our relationship. I want you back in my life.
What does this relationship mean to you?
Everything in the world. And I want you back as my daughter. Please forgive me.
Maddie, what do you need to respect your mom? What does that look like
I
for
need
you?
her to respect herself. I do.
Now I'm going to ask you this question, and I sincerely mean no disrespect. And I say that because you're an older woman, and I don't want to make you feel like I'm disrespecting you here. But do you feel like you respect yourself?
No, not really.
No. Okay.
You gotta remember too, I'm a young mother. My mother didn't love me like I loved my kids, and I wanted to be better than my mom was. My mom had a very bad judgment because I dated black men and because I had biracial children. And I gave my kids my all for years upon years. And I guess one day I just skipped out and gave up.
I hear you and I see you, because I can understand the place and the complexities of being a young mother dealing with not only trying to figure out how to be a mom, but also dealing with your own abandonment, but also dealing with racism from the mother and that type of rejection that comes with that. I actually believe that your mom didn't want you to have this life. I actually believe that. And I know that's hard for you to, because you lived it. But I think part of your healing of like understanding your mom and trying to get somewhere is that you have to understand that she had her own trauma. She made horrible decisions that she's owning up to. But because, and you pointed this out, you're very smart. You pointed out she doesn't know how to respect herself and she admitted to it. And that's a hard thing. That wall of not knowing how to respect yourselves leaves you making a lot of bad decisions. And so, but I do want you to believe and understand that she did not. I don't believe it, that she wanted you to have this bad life.
I did.
And I'm gonna tell you how I kind of also know this, is that she had at least enough sense to say, stay with my sister. And that was her in the pain, that was her in the moment of unclarity, of uncertainty, still trying to make sure you were safe. I see you, I understand. So Maddie, what is the first step your mom can take today to make you feel as if you can move forward?
I honestly don't know. That's why I'm here today, because I need help.
But that's the work that we have to do, is figure out what does it look like for you to believe her sorry. Because until you believe her sorry in yourself, unfortunately, you're always going to not believe her. So
I think she will choose a man again. Rather it be him, rather it be somebody else. I know one day it'll happen.
Because that's what you've seen in
That's
the
what
past.
I'm used to.
That's what you're used to. So you have to trust. Only way you can accept her apology is if you can trust that and give her a chance that she will leave the man. She said she's committed. The only thing I can say here is I would just ask for you to just continue to understand that what your daughter needs is for you to leave your man. She needs that. She needs to know that she's not going to be abandoned again. And the thing that triggers her to make her think she's going to be abandoned is the men in your life.
Okay.
Maybe that's a first step. Maybe there's a moment where you call and say, Mom, I need you. And you see if she's going to choose the man or she's going to come to you. Is that something that could be a little bit more manageable and healthier for you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if she doesn't show up, instead of getting mad or angry, you say, this is where I need you to show up, and you couldn't. Yes. So now I have to take the steps to create more boundaries. That's the language you use. Don't get upset. Because every time you get hurt, you argue with her. And that's just a little girl in you screaming out for more love. But the grown woman in you that I've already seen here that's strong has to continue to use her words and set more boundaries. So is that a commitment that you can respect if she makes it today?
Definitely.
You want to make that commitment?
I'll make that commitment.
I know this is not the perfect ending, but there is another piece here. And normally I wouldn't say this, but I do need you to embrace. And the reason I need you to embrace is because you're both grieving. There's a big piece right now that even through this pain of the abandonment and the things that you went through in your life, you both just lost someone super important to you. And you two need each other right now. Hug your daughter.
I'm very sorry.
I think I believe you.
Oh, you do? Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, it's hard, it's confusing. But that was a step you took. I'm proud of you. Y'all are gonna be okay if you try to take this first step together, all right?
Thank you.
Seriously, you're welcome. Hold on, where are you going? I'll tell you where you're going. Right here to subscribe, and right here to watch more. Period.